question. You would run a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your favorite day of the week. It is
Monkey Tuesday.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning, right? Ain't it time to bleed? Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the My LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button. Share the live. Share it. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. Miguel don't like us, and that's okay. He don't like it this morning because, I'm talking about my own, one of our own. Miguel likes Monkey Tuesday. Yeah, let's do this roll call real quick, man. 704 Joe, salute, spiritually biased. Mike Lewis, G. McCall, Skinny Too Litty. Where you been? Good to see you. Said, what up, Said? Brooklyn born. Joe, what up, Joe? TT Fat Boy. Ratchet since 91, my brother. What's good? Shawland, Showtime Majors, Todd Swindle, NY Willis. I rock in a building. Salute. Lost from the jungle. A condo, my brother. What's good? Steve O'Sly, Coach Hudson. Salute. You already know what I'm going to do here. You already know. I'm going to point out a simple fact. A lot of simple facts. The real Shelton in the building. Star City J. Jarrell Freeman. Jeff Spark. Salute, my brother. What's good? Syriot. Rampage fan, exactly. My man, what's good? Jonathan Simon, Del Riv. I miss you in the chat. Know that I love you. Pull up, man. The messenger. Yeah. So, monkey see, monkey do. Hey, man. Monkey see, monkey do. Let me say it one more time. Monkey see, monkey do. Happy born day to you, Jonathan Simon. Salute to you, good brother. Another trip around the universe, man. Salute to you, good brother. Happy born day to you. Yes, sir. Black Martial Arts, what up, man? Yeah. Monkey see, monkey do. Jayla Hudson, salute. Now, make some points on this Monkey Tuesday. I often talk about the failure of this generation of mothers. I'm normally worried about the black community, black mothers, these mothers today. I mean, I'm not saying all of them. Please don't get in your feelings. With the current atmosphere, when I'm looking at these black men, and I'm wondering why are they acting like emotionally ruined women? Why are they not in control of their emotions? Why are they not in control of their emotions? Why are they not in control of their emotions? Why are they not in control of their emotions? Why are they not in control of their emotions? Then you find out there's no daddy in the house. But did y'all catch? Rashad, what up? Appreciate that. Did y'all catch when I say, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Focus ball, I'm gonna get to that. Did y'all catch when I say sometimes the fathers be there, but the fathers be effed up? The women have made the choice to procreate with a street dude or a mental case in which they don't regret satisfying their sexual gratification. They don't regret that. But now they just have to live with this consequence. And I'm going to show you how much of a mental case Rampage is. And this kid is a chip off the old block. The apple does not fall far from the tree. And I'm going to show you that this kid is just like his dad. And that, yes, there was a bit of mental abuse there. Now, I don't know what the relationship was between Quentin and his dad. I don't know if he told the tell-all story. He had one of those awful stories. Oh, my dad was drunk. He used to beat my mama, and I used to watch that growing up. He used to beat me. I don't know if he has that. So I don't know. But what I will say, Shogun, salute. What I will say, Jim Diamond, what up? What I will say is, to the black man, therapy is important. I'm gonna say it again, to the black man, therapy is important because apparently, these niggas need it. Because you have a mental case that raised a mental case, and I don't know if he, as of right now, I don't know if he was arrested. I don't know what's being done. I don't know. But I'm gonna walk you through this. For those of you that don't know. Well, let's do this. For those of you that don't know who Quentin Rampage Jackson is, why don't we just do this? Who remembers this? Who remembers this? Yeah, fair use.
Hey, let me get a prediction for you. We got Ryan Garcia fighting Rolly Romero.
Ryan Garcia fighting Rolly Romero. Now I need you to listen to what he says.
How do you see that fight in your opinion?
Man, I love Ryan Garcia. Never bet against that kid.
Yeah.
Do I need to go any further? I love Ryan Garcia. Never bet against that kid. Oh yeah, Abel? His father was a drug dealer. He was selling drugs. Okay, well, there you go. PJ, salute. There you go. I just said this dude needs therapy. These dude, what comes in the form of therapy? Them manifesting that behavior on a professional level in a combat sport. Now he reproduces and makes kids. But I'm gonna point something out that this idiot does. So he knows he has a problem. But I'm gonna point something out what he does. And this what drives me crazy about him. I didn't notice about him. I didn't notice about this fool ass dude. I'm gonna point something out, but listen to this. I want you to listen to this. So he says he loves Ryan Garcia, never bet against this kid.
It don't hurt that I don't know who the other guy is.
Oh. We're supposed to rematch Devin Haney. You saw the first fight, right?
Yeah, fuck that Devin Haney.
There you go. That right there.
Why?
Man, he had like a fucking bitch. Fuck.
Now he already said he never bet against Ryan Garcia, but he doesn't know who Rolly Romero is. But he knows enough about what's going on to say fuck Devin Haney. The man, he just proved to you that he's ignorant in reference to the sport, who these guys are. So if he's ignorant into the sport and who these guys are, how does he know enough to say fuck Devin Haney? Right? Now, I mentioned something about code, right? I mentioned something about code. And when I tell you these knuckle draggers today have no idea. They have no idea about no goddamn code, which is why I have trust issues. Whatever happens to these guys, it just happens. Soda Black and that super. Where you been, brother? Good to see you. Salute to you, good brother, in that super chat. Much love, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have another screen up, so I'm gonna miss the chat for a minute. Mr. Cell Block, salute. Clarence McLean, my brother. Salute to you, good brother. Michael Ray, salute. So he knows enough to say he loves Ryan Garcia. Never bet against him. Doesn't know Rolly Romero, but knows enough about the Garcia and Haney situation to say fuck Devin Haney. Now, I'm watching this in disgust. But what happened yesterday, right? What happened yesterday? Like, people started uploading videos and digging up things that this kid said, this guy said. And I said, oh, man. Now it makes sense. Now just listen to what he says.
Yeah.
Because
I
of
can't.
suing?
I can't stand people act like that.
Yeah.
Fuck Devin Haney.
The rematch, I guess you were taking Ryan to beat him in a rematch.
Yeah, Ryan beat his ass again, and Devin Haney learned not to be a fucking bitch. You know, we all lose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be undefeated. Like, you know, you win and lose. You know what I'm saying? You take the shit like a man.
Take it like a man, like how you went to Pride and half of the fucking roster over there was on steroids. Do y'all know about the Pride organization? Matter of fact, Ryan Garcia knows about the Pride organization. He mentioned it. Would it be cool if there was a steroid league? Remember he said that? And we were like, yo, that sounds like Pride. Pride FC. Right? Half of those motherfuckers was on steroids. Wanderlei Silva, who whooped his ass twice, knocked him out 2 times. Matter of fact, I think the only clean fighters in Pride may have been, what, Dan Henderson? And I thought it was him. So he knows what it's like to be in a ring against somebody that has drug-induced advantage. So it sounds like hating my nigga. Sounds like hating. What is this with fighters not wanting a clean sport? What is that? If you don't care whether a guy's on steroids or not, when you claim you don't care, that must mean you must be juicing. I don't know what the problem is when motherfuckers say, hey man, take this drug test. I don't know what the problem is. Do y'all remember the Manny Pacquiao shit years ago? All Floyd said was, man, get on this OSDT so we can get this popping. And it took them motherfuckers 4 years to agree to it. And while we was getting called all kind of niggas and flomos, which was code for nigga, all over the internet, when the fight finally got signed, Freddie Roach says, oh, well, we could have had the fight years ago, but we couldn't decide on the drug test. We couldn't agree on the drug testing. I said, man, that's all we've been saying. Why y'all calling us chickens and all kinds of, you know, putting Floyd Mayweather's picture on the Kentucky Fried Chicken poster, which I have loaded up here. Well, I don't have it loaded. It's on my desktop. Like, wow. I'm not going to let y'all forget that, man. What's with all you dudes in this drug testing shit? This ain't baseball. This ain't football. This is a combat sport. You could literally die. So I want to play this for y'all so y'all don't forget it. All you Rampage Jackson fans that are unconditional, he has those too. No, 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 no. I am not letting this Negro off the hook. Freedom's marching that super chat. He said, now this coon is off code. He done had his ninja moment via his idiotic son. Boomstick on your back, coon page. Yeah, bro. Nope. There's no coming back from what he said. This right here, he lost me right here. This was it. Don't I tell you God don't play with these niggas? But you know what? You make the bed, you lay in it. And I'm going to show you why this is happening on his end. My brother Skywalker in that super chat. Much love and appreciation, man. Ultra, man. I can't see your name because I don't know why YouTube has y'all names added, but whatever. My brother Ultraman salute. He says, hey, Drew, these monkeys are out here swinging without a bond. Yeah, they're falling to their death. They're falling to their death. And I'm enjoying the fallout. I'm enjoying the fallout. But Pete, this is what he had to say.
I'll be going suing motherfuckers and saying all that bullshit, man. Fuck, take your fucking loss like a fucking man.
Take your loss like a man. Ryan Garcia popped dirty. Now, this is after this dude popped dirty. And then when he got caught cheating, remember, Ryan got caught cheating. He got caught cheating. And then he goes in these racist meltdowns. This is after all of that. But you know enough to say this, Negro? Wow.
Right there, quit being a bitch.
I guess like his point for the suing was,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
There you go. There you go. And that's a nigga for you. That's a nigga for you.
Was,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
Look at that, look at that,
Okay.
look.
I guess like his point for the suing was,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah. I guess like his point for the suing was,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah. I guess like his point for the suing was,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah. Okay. Well, Rampage, man, as always.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, can I ask you a question? Because Focus Ball hit him up in the DMs. I hit him up in the DMs. And I didn't come for him on some disrespectful shit. I was bringing something to his attention. Because I know he didn't know. But to say I don't give a fuck, I was actually trying to save him from himself. Oh, we're going to get it later in the show, brother. We're going to get it later in the show. We're going to get it later. So I was actually trying to reach out to him in support. And what do you think he did? Now, I don't know what his DMs look like. I know mad people hit him up and cussed him out or whatever they did. I didn't do that. But when someone's trying to explain something to you and your response is, I don't give a fuck, the interviewer was looking to explain it to him, and he said, I don't give a fuck. And he did right by stopping right there. He said, all right, well, he don't care. I was just on Champ Size panel yesterday. We talk about a code. You see this shit? And I'm explaining to him. I'm like, yo, bro, you know, the racist meltdown, do you know about that? I know you don't know about that. He attacked me like, oh, you must know that I don't know about it. Well, this white man tried to tell you, hey, the suing is about, I don't give a fuck. Has nothing to do with the loss, has everything to do with Ryan popping dirty and using drugs, assault in the ring, attempted murder, right? I already told you how I feel about that. You pop dirty, to me, that's attempted murder. There's something on the ban list. If that's in your system, that's attempted murder. And this man tried to explain, a white man tried to explain it to him. He says, I don't give a fuck. Why am I putting emphasis on it, being a white man? Because he don't listen to his own anyway. So that shows immaturity. That shows no code. And it was with that interview he lost me as a supporter. And the last thing I said to him is, I hope Rashad Evans knocks your fucking head off. And you wake up 3 days later and you can't feel the left side of your body. I hope he knocks you into a fucking seizure. But wait a minute. Let's dial it back a minute. Well, this was my response. Mouse on deck with a quick call. By now you know that Quentin Rampage Jackson is part of the Raccoon Platoon. That's right, the Raccoon Platoon. Buck dancing, shucking and jiving, always smiling. You name it, he does it. And when you speak out of ignorance and turn on your own, you don't have no home, at least not with me. But check this out. His last MMA bout was against the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. And for those of you that don't remember how it played out, Fedor came in and said this. I'll give him one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and I'll choke him like this. I'll choke him like this, and I'll give him. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. But I stumbled upon a very interesting fact. Are you ready for this? Did you know that Fedor Emelianenko's discipline is called Russian Sambo? Excuse me? Russian Sambo? Sambo. You know the term that refers to black people as docile and inherently inferior? That term? You know the stereotype that was perpetuated through minstrel shows and various forms of media? Y'all know about that? Reinforcing the notion that African Americans were unfit for freedom and deserved their subjugated status. Y'all know about that? Sambo was a character from a story called Uncle Tom's Cabin. And Sambo's character was often used to justify the institution of slavery by depicting enslaved people as content and well-suited for servitude. Now, I could send this to him so he can attempt to correct his ways, but, you know, if you want to hide something from a ninja, you put it in a book. And I could tell this ninja just don't read. For him to justify standing in the pocket for Ryan Garcia, a known drug cheat and a racist, and refuse to accept being corrected, speaks volumes about who he is as a black man. I used to respect this dude, but he's become a living and walking minstrel show. And you need to understand, Rampage, that Harriet Tubman said she could have freed a lot more slaves if they knew they were slaves. Your mentality is gutter, fella. The only Sambo you know is the one Fedor Emelianenko used to whoop your ass.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Shout out to the last emperor. MMA legend. Russian fighter. Put the flip-flops on this clown. But I got a lot of more. You look at Raja, you know, and I'm like, well, you know, why this kid got a chip on his shoulder? Now, some of you that hate Devin and everything else, y'all loved what Quentin Rampage had to say, you know, because the enemy of my enemy. I mean, that's how you knuckle draggers think. The enemy of my enemy. Derek Gaines, salute. I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Right? The enemy of my enemy. Isn't that what that dumb nigga from Baltimore came in here and said? Got him blocked. The enemy of my enemy, right? Okay. Now Abel just brought it to my attention that basically Quentin's dad was a piece of shit. If what he said is accurate, his dad was a drug dealer and he was selling drugs at a young age. You know, the typical nigga nonsense story. I grew up hard. I got out the mud. I'm from the trenches. Yeah. I'm from the trenches. Yeah, I'm from the trenches. Ooh. You know when I always say, man, some of these niggas, they don't understand when they are blessed. They don't even count their own blessings. So with all that fame and fortune that you've accumulated, you couldn't pass it on to your sons. Don't be daddy. I could have been a statistic, but I'm talented in the ring. We've accumulated this wealth. I fight that because I fight so you don't have to, but if you choose to, I can support you. Let's go to therapy because the last thing you need is my mental bullshit dripping down to you. Because did Raja grow up hard? King, what up? Did Raja grow up hard? Or did he come along after, you know, Quentin Jackson generated all of this wealth? I don't know, you tell me. But still in all, Y'all want to see Supreme Cooning? Y'all want to see Supreme Cooning? Because I didn't see this clip until yesterday. And this is so important. I need you to hear this. I need you to pay attention. And before all of you unconditional Rampage Jackson fans say, oh, no, he's just trolling. No, I don't play this shit. What he's about to say right here, I lost all respect. I didn't even have any. But I lost all respect after that Ryan Garcia outburst right there, right? But this right here solidifies. There's no coming back from this. This dude legitimately set his sons up for failure. His black sons, because you know he got another family, right? Just listen. Just listen.
Rogers and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on!
Bud, did you pick that up, bro? He said Japanese, and he stopped himself. Now, he was around those mixed kids and calling them Japanese and thinking it's funny. Those motherfuckers are growing up with that shit. That's not funny, man. That is not funny. I think he met up with some chick when he was fighting over there in Pride in Japan and procreated with her. That didn't work out, but he made some babies over there. He saved the college money for them because he knew they were going to college, but his two black kids or whatever, Raja being one of them, you saved college money for the mixed kids and bail money for the black kids? And what y'all gonna tell me, he was playing? How, when we're dealing with a fucking crime at this point? And don't tell me he didn't poison these kids' brains. Don't tell me that. Drew, why you say that? This kid is an emotional wreck. Now, if you watch the damn video, you see that this kid, all right, let me just, because I ain't gonna play the whole thing. All right. He goes to this wrestling event, and this dude thought he was a part of the show. He takes a prop beer can and smashes him on the head. And they're like, oh, chill, he's not a worker. He's like, oh, shit, I didn't know. They apologized. They made up. You know, wrestlers get in the character. One of his guys backstage was like, nah, you want to give him his receipt. Now, if y'all don't know what a receipt is, that means, if you know, wrestling is orchestrated. But if you hit someone too hard, you get that hit back. That's it. You don't OD and do. By now, y'all seen the video. I can't play it on YouTube. Big Joe Townsend, I got my delivery yesterday, bruh. Hillside in the building. Y'all better go ahead and get yours. Mine came UPS yesterday. Fast delivery. My man. Yes, sir. Main biker in that super chat. He says, that's worse than Bud's mom saying he ain't gonna be ish. Exactly, bro. And what makes him any better than that, than what Bud's mom said? And this is why Bud fights with a chip on his shoulder. This asshole, he's on the side of the ring. He's on a live stream. His live stream is baiting him. He takes the bait and commits a fucking crime. Or all of those people in the live stream are going to put up a GoFundMe. Oh, I'm sorry. Your daddy put bail money aside from you. You gotta be kidding me. Let me pin this real quick for my brother real quick. Y'all make sure y'all go support my brother's business. Y'all make sure y'all do that. There's 128 people in here. Smash my like button, like and share the video. Now, this is bad parenting. The fact that this is a black man behaving in this fashion where we should be, it's 2025, we should understand that we need to be better. As parents and as black men, we need to be better. This motherfucker set us back to the Stone Age on international internet. On the internet, man. Because your son had a meltdown and everyone's looking at you. But you know what, bro? You know what? It actually makes sense. I watched The Ultimate Fighter. His team versus Rashad's team. His team was getting thrashed because he wasn't a good coach. When his boys, I forgot which one of his boys got knocked out or something, he tore the door up. I'm like, why is he having this? What the fuck? Matter of fact, the dude on Rampage team lost, and Rashad went in there and started coaching the dude that lost. He said, yo, this is what you did wrong, and da-da-da-da-da. If you was on Rampage team, you was getting called all kinds of bitches and everything else. This dude is not a coach. And if I recall, I remember watching it back then like, damn, I hope you don't raise his kids like that. It's not coaching. So his son is getting baited online. His son is getting baited online, and he's what they call it, rage baiting. There's trolls in the chat telling him he's a bitch and egging him on. So when he decides to go get his receipt, he picks up the dude that hit him with the beer can, throws him on the floor. When he threw him on the floor, on the mat, his head bounced off the mat. He was unconscious. And he hit him about 22, 23 times, unanswered punches. And I'm going to play for you because they had there's some wrestlers, and I have the audio tuned up. There's some wrestlers that were there, that were involved. And they gave a more detailed backstory about what happened. And they're going to tell you this man's condition now. But what do I talk about when these grown adolescents are not in control of their emotions? I always look at their parenting. This is this fool after he did what he did.
I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
A few moments later.
Hello?
Start welding. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up.
It's probably going to be the pick they use in court. Yeah. Delano, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Delano, what are you talking about? Delano, what are you talking about? What the fuck? Okay, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. I have to remember where he's from, y'all. I have to remember where he's from. I got to remember where he's from. It's Baltimore, y'all. So you got to excuse him. That better be a mistype, Delano, because I ain't fucking around this morning. This is a problem. This is a problem. Yuta, what up? This is bad parenting. And now his failure as a father is on Front Street because every YouTube channel has dug up everything that this nigga said. I'm gonna let you hear this one more time.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Young West, salute, man. I appreciate that. So he's sending his mixed kids to college and his Negro kids get bail money. You gonna tell me that that's not dysfunctional? Did you hear that? This is the same dude. Now you see, he said what he said about Devin. I said, what's wrong with this nigga? And then when dude interviewing him he said, well, I guess the lawsuit was about, and he stopped him short and said, I don't give a fuck, which means this nigga don't want to learn nothing. So he don't care. So I said, well, what's to this nigga? And now I'm looking at his son have a meltdown and more than likely about to go to jail. Everybody in that comment section rage baiting him. Do y'all have money for his bail? Are y'all gonna show up to the courts with signs, free Jackson, free Raja, free Raja, free Raja? Are y'all doing that? Or are y'all gonna make y'all little live streams? Oh, I was in the chat and I was telling him da-da-da-da, ha-ha. These people in these streams, man, that egg you want to do stupid shit, they're not your friend, man. But why I gotta tell this grown-ass man that? And he's having a meltdown. Oh, I'm tired of people. I'm standing up for myself. What the fuck? He's literally walking up the street. He's grown, man. I don't know how old he is, but he's grown. I just saw a clip of him on the Joe Rogan show. He talking about how he had a fist fight with his son. Yo, man, I normally don't use guillotine chokes, but I had to choke him. What? What the fuck was y'all fighting over? And his son was like, well, I don't want to say. And his Rampage was like, no, I don't want to tell. I don't want to say. Huh? What? That's what you raised? He thought it was okay. Not only is your father a professional fighter, but he thought it was okay to like put hands on you. That's a problem. Growing up, I've been super mad at my dad. Not one time did I even consider raising my hands to him. Are you mad? What the fuck? What kind of household was you raising these boys in, man? Better question. Because sometimes kids have problems. Did you even consider putting them in therapy? Did you say that? Or was you on Joe Rogan grandstanding and laughing? Y'all had to put him in a guillotine choke. And I'm listening to this like, this is embarrassing, bro. This is embarrassing. When he said that on Fight Hub about Devin Haney, I knew it was deeper than that. So that's when I DM'd him and I said, hey, man, you know, Ryan Garcia, well, if I said, that I never root against him, then that must mean that I didn't know that he said that. Okay, well, I'm bringing it to your attention now, man. You need to back up off that fast. He got the cussing, having a meltdown like his fucking dumbass son right now. So all of this makes sense is what I'm saying. This dude's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. And he raised an idiot. His GoFundMe is at $50K. great. No Smoke TV in the building. Go subscribe to my brother on all platforms. Salute. Yeah, I'll play for you one more time. This is Roger's dad.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
That's the clip we talking about, Antonio. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, brother. Yes, sir. Oh, let me see what my brother tagged me in. Let me play this. Hold on.
Hey, Jackson makes fun of his son before he commits assault.
Yo, did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights? I looked at your stand.
I was just going here. Thank you for this. I need y'all to listen to this. Because somebody hit up his dad and said, yo, man, he's down to some wrestling shit. He calls up his son, his mentally unstable son, and said, you get jumped by some dudes wearing tights. He has mentally abused this kid, man. Quentin is the fucking problem. Because this is how he talks to them every day. Tay, how are you?
I saw you hugging on your coach.
He trying to make it out like he's gay. His dad's rage baiting him by calling him gay.
Watch. My dad can't never call me a bitch. Straight up.
My dad can't never call me a bitch.
You hear this?
He fucked my life up. I'll show you, Dad.
How many subs to knock him out?
Yo, bro, how many?
Quentin needs to be held accountable for this, man. He did this. Between his own dad and those fools in the chat and his son being mentally weak, this happened. And that's, after all of that in the assault, that's when you got this shit.
I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
A few moments later.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell you went? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up.
Brother Dra says this is a bigger, uncomfortable conversation about black masculinity. A lot of us were raised and taught that somehow abuse makes us tough and tested. Pep talk episode is needed. And you know what? You're absolutely right, my brother. You're absolutely right. And that has to be my next episode. You're absolutely right. No Smoke, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. And you know why I've seen this a lot? As of late. Because men do it too, as you can see right here. Men do it too. And as a matter of fact, I think when he was on Joe Rogan and Quentin said, I don't want to talk about what we was fist fighting about. I heard it was some gay shit. Now, I don't know. I can't deny or confirm anything, you know. But as you can see, he's one of those dudes. Quentin is one of those dudes that the moment, you know, he see his son struggling, he start calling him all kinds of faggots on some gay shit. Now, you don't do that to your son. You do it to strangers who get on your nerves. He did it to me when I was in his DM. He said, oh, I know you ain't no faggot. I said, nah, not at all. But you act like a faggot because I'm bringing this to you and I'm actually trying to help you because I know there's something you didn't know. So who's acting like a faggot? He's acting like a faggot. This is what he tells his son. How do you rage bait your son? And now he's sitting there ringside. He goes in there and commits a goddamn assault, and now there's a GoFundMe up to 50 racks. So your bail money, and now he need a lawyer and everything else. But he's grown. You gonna help him with that? Everything that people are playing online is documented. They're gonna look at you. The defense attorney gonna say, man, this kid is mentally fucked off. How? Look at his father. Just roll all the video. And Quentin gonna be sitting there with that look on his face. And you know what? Quentin is such a goddamn ape that he's gonna be sitting there blaming everybody else but him. What happens when he takes the stand and they ask him, hey man, why do you think your son behaves like this? Oh no, maybe because you's a bitch. That's the kind of answer he gives. I've seen him do it. He's grown. I ain't telling him to do that. No, you know your son's fucked up. Why are you baiting him? Why are you talking about, oh man, you got jumped by a punch? Yeah, man, listen, I don't follow him online. He documents his life. But I've seen some clips, and I'm gonna play another one for you. It's not funny. This right here got me. This right here got me frustrated. I need you to watch this.
I can't pay with this thing?
No. No, I don't, Don.
I just want to say what's up.
Bro, do you tap people on the back like that?
Sorry.
Bro, that's rude as fuck, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody like that. Turn around. Come here. Turn around. How you like that?
I'm so sorry.
Think about it. How you like that?
No, I just grew up watching your fights.
So you come tap people on the back like that?
Nah, dude.
Are you serious? Are you serious though, bro?
I'm so sorry.
I just want it's a come on, come closer. That's a social experiment. Did you like that?
No, not really.
So why you do it to me?
I just wanted to grab your attention, that's all.
You can say my name, bro. I got ears, bro.
Alright, sorry.
Don't ever tap a grown man on his back like that, bro.
No worries,
What's your name?
Nathan.
How old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Man, goddamn, you old enough to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, sorry. I just grew up watching your fights.
You look at my son. Look at my son looking at you.
Yeah, sorry. All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
That is unfucking believable, bro. Now, I don't give a damn if you doing that for the camera, which he was, but that kid is 21 years old. He's a fan, strictly in the piece. He's by himself. I mean, he tapped you on the shoulder, you know, whatever, man. Smile, take the picture, turn the camera off and say, yo, for future reference, you don't need to tap someone on the shoulder. Tell him that off the camera, bro. This dude grew up, he said he grew up watching you, man. And here's the thing. His son was chilling. His son didn't see a problem because his son saw him coming first. And then he brought his son into it. Look at my son looking at you. Don't tell me that was for the goddamn camera. Now you see, remember when I told y'all in Vegas, Wilder Fury 3, I'm in the MGM. If you ever want to fight week or whatever, the MGM is a place to be because everybody stays there. And, you know, you might catch any fighter walking through the MGM. Everybody's there. You just have a good eye. I walked right past Jamel Herring like 3 times until BFTB said, yo, that was Jamel Herring. I said, oh, shit, it was. Right? Evander Holyfield came walking through there. He was nice. He was stopping, taking pictures, whatever. Riddick Bowe was there. Ray Mercer came through, smiled. I was like, yo, you did my show a while ago. He said, oh, yeah, what up, man? What up, man? How you feel? This fucking asshole, right? Now, I'm that same weekend, I'm in the MGM. Who walks through the front door? Edgar Berlanga and his entourage are like 10. And I looked, and I sized them up in about 10 seconds. I looked and I said, you know what? I want to talk to that guy. And my rationale was because the way he walked through that front door. Now, I don't know it's because, okay, I'm focused. I got to fight tomorrow. You know, I think he weighed in already. Because I know when you got to make weight, you're a little grouchy. You dehydrated. You got to go eat. You got to go drink some Gatorade or Ensure, whatever. But it wasn't that. He came in bopping mad hard. I mean, he was ODing, bopping mad hard with the glasses on and the gold chains. And I said, you know, I don't want to talk to him. Because if I stop him, like, yo, Edgar, man, salute, man, from New York, you know what I'm saying? Say something for the camera, whatever. If he'd have said something crazy to me, I know me. I'm a grown man first. And that's all I'm going to say. But he gave off that I said, you know what? Let me let that go. I was with Focus Ball. We was in the lobby. He said, yo, there go Jared Anderson. And I looked at him. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let that nigga go too. Because he looked bugged out. He looked bugged out. Like he was walking fast. He was eating some French fries. And I looked at him and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? I saw there was something wrong with him before I knew all of that. I'm 23. I saw it in his face. I said, what the fuck is wrong with that? I was like, man, I ain't stopping him either. Hell no. There's something wrong with him. And I see that on Quentin Jackson. I would never, if he's just walking, I would never talk to him. I could see it on these niggas. And I know me. I know me. I'm a man. If I'm stopping you to show you love and say, yo, man, I watch your fights, I support you, da-da-da-da-da, and you give me a blank stare like, yo, bro, let me tell you a little story. Young Abel in that Super Chat salute, he says, Rampage makes Brock Lesnar look like a saint. I heard some things. But, you know, whatever. I'm hard-pressed to talk to some of these guys. I'm dead serious. At the Fatal Fury, we was upstairs at the after party. They had a party, you know, when Devin won, right? Derek Chisora, if you look at my live stream, Derek Chisora was sitting down, and Sugar Free Mars says, oh, didn't you say you wanted to meet Derek Chisora? I said, yeah. She said, well, he's sitting right there. I said, oh, shit. So he was sitting next to this, you know, another white guy, British guy. So I walked up to him and I held my hand. I said, Del Boy, man, salute you, bro. Man, you know, I fucks with you, man. When you hang it up, straight to the Hall of Fame, man. And for like 3 seconds, he like stared at me. And we locked eyes. And I'm like, uh-oh. Don't. And in my mind, I'm like, don't. Now I'm live. And I didn't have like the camera in his face or nothing like that. I had it like to my side. I ain't do that. I just wanted to show him some love, and he's looking at me for like 3 seconds. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because honestly, he was like another 2 seconds from yo, fuck you, nigga. What the fuck? Now, and another thing was, I don't know if he was drunk. That's another thing. I don't know. But he like looked at me like I was bothering him. I'm a man first. I don't give a fuck about no boxing shit. I'm a big nigga like he a big nigga. Ain't no refs out here, bro. I can wrestle. The fuck? He was 2 seconds from a nigga. I ain't saying I was gonna put hands on him, nothing like that. I'd be like, nigga, fuck, man, fuck out of here then. But he smirked and shook his head in the yes position, and he gave me a pound. I was like, whoo. Oh, whoa, I thought we was gonna have a situation, bro. But if I'm showing you love, why that? But thank God it didn't go there, man. You know, I got to check myself. I was like, oh, shit, because he was staring at me. I'm like, what the fuck? What'd I do to him? But it wasn't like that. You know, eventually he got up, and he was talking to Devin, and who else was there? There was a couple other fighters. He was all smiles or whatever, and then he left. But I was like, God damn, what the fuck? Whatever. I don't know if he was intoxicated or not. I don't know. But whatever. But this is why I'm hard pressed to talk to some of these niggas. I go to these fights. I'm hard pressed to talk to some of these niggas. Dennis Ugas is super friendly, bro. He's super friendly. Went up, spoke to him, took a picture with him. Dig what I'm saying? This is crazy work. But what I'm gonna play now is this is the round table. I'm just gonna play the audio. This guy in the middle with the green tank top was there. These guys are all wrestlers, and they were in the middle of this whole situation. I need you to hear what they have to say about this. So I'm just gonna play the audio because YouTube, although you have channels that could fair use everything, where people could play the damn video and they just turn and look at the screen. Funny, if I do it, they're gonna say I didn't make the information unique to my own liking. Although I'm talking all over it. So I'm just gonna play the audio and I want y'all to listen.
Man, yesterday, and Doug was actually the one who pretty much stepped in and saved them. So we're gonna.
Doug is the one in the green tank top in the middle who stepped in and stopped Rampage from literally killing him.
I'm gonna actually play a few clips first of everything that happened. It initially started with the wrestler Psycho Stu smashing a beer can over his head, thinking that he was also a wrestler, that he was there working.
Psycho Stu. Worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, that's
You know what? I'm not even gonna respond to this nigga. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nice try. Clown ass nigga tried to sneak in here and do something stupid, man. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. I'll play this part. Wait, can I get it? This is the incident right here.
hey, I think that's a oh!
That's a prop beer can. It's an empty beer can with a spritz of water in it.
Oh, you don't sell it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah,
he's not a worker, meaning he's not a part of the show. And this guy Stu didn't know that. He's back there schmoozing with all the workers, and he thought he was a part of the show. That's what happened.
What the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
And then after that, Psycho Stu apologized multiple times to him, and he was told to give him a receipt, which in wrestling basically means if you're hit for real, hit them back later.
Hey, I'm
sorry, bro. Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah. So he apologized to him. He dapped it up. He didn't know.
He running on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt. Go tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Tag his shit.
And then ultimately, this is what happened. And last thing I want to say for our viewers, for those of you guys that don't know, I actually trained at the same school 11 years ago, a long time ago. I know Psycho Stu personally. And yeah, so to get started with it, what actually happened to Stu? How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing. Missing teeth. Has no recollection of what happened. Incoherent. And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put up the full story. Stu's pretty fucked up. I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own.
You hear that? Choked on his own blood. And Jay Grant, exactly, bro. They shook hands. It was squashed. But between this dumbass nigga's father calling him up, egging him on, knowing that your son is a goddamn mental case, by your own admittance, talking about you're gonna reserve bail money for your black kids, but college money for your Japanese kids. Through your own admittance, all of this is gonna be brought up in court, y'all. You raised a fucking emotionally wrecked up kid. Okay, you did this. And he's running around trying to be you because he's looking for your acceptance, and you running around calling him all kinds of faggots and getting beat up by dudes in underwear. He hasn't matured. This kid will smack a woman just for calling him a faggot. Not because it's true, but because it'll be triggering him, because that's what his daddy called him. Man, get away from me. You just a faggot. Bang! You all blacked out. I just hit her. Why? Because she called you a name? He's the type. Anyway.
Teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth? right?
A lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that, kind of being in shock, and then I just went. Side of that running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made.
So what he's going to talk about now is that there's other people that could have got involved. I think that they were kind of confused for a second, but when you're there and you see that it's real, you got to react. Duncan Carter says he accepted the apology with the condition that he can get into the ring and get his lick back. But getting your lick back is an eye for an eye. So he hit him with a prop beer can. All right, and I understand that he was supposed to jump into the ring and interfere anyway. But now they're talking about a receipt. That's what you mean by lick back. Okay, cool. Getting your lick back is someone hits you a little too hard, you get that hit back. Not slam him on the ground and give him 23 unanswered punches and knocking his teeth out and breaking his face up. That's not getting your lick back. That's over the top. They're trying to explain the business to a kid that A, doesn't understand the business, and B, he's an emotionally fucked up person. Y'all remember the wrestler Ahmed Johnson? I forget his real government name. But the word on the street was nobody liked working with him because he hurt everybody. Him and Ron Simmons had a beef. He hit Ron a little too hard and Ron got injured for months. He kicked him and like fucked up his liver or something. And when Ron came back, everyone in the back was like, yo, that match between Ahmed Johnson and Farouk, everybody was standing at the curtain like, yo, Ron's about to fuck him up. And he did on a Monday Night Raw. Because this dude was a little too rough. When this wrestling thing, what I do know is you're trusting someone with your body. You're entertaining, but you're trusting them. Hey, man, I'm about to throw you off this cage. Make sure I land properly. Make sure you hold me properly so we can do this suplex. Because the second you fuck up, y'all remember Darren Drogonoff? D'Lo Brown fucked him up. That one bad move and he broke his neck. And D'Lo was fucked up over that. It was an accident. But there's some people in there that do shit on purpose. And I understand that Ahmed Johnson was one of those people. And I remember watching an interview with him. This dude grew up, his father used to beat the shit out of him, all kinds of that shit. So now you in a ring, in a controlled environment, and you still fucking people up. So Ron Simmons beat him up on a Monday Night Raw, from what I understand. Like in the ring. They call it being stiff. So and another thing is they squashed that beef when it happened. You shook the man's hand. Now there was guys treating him like he was a worker. Get your receipt. There's a dude here with a cowboy hat. Now I found out some things. There's gonna be a lot of people in here that might be called to the stand. Now listen to what this fella has to say.
I had contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen.
So
now this guy just said, Stu, the guys that say they're your friends, they allowed this shit to happen. So apparently there's something going on. Stu don't have the friends that he think he has.
how did you end up being involved? Because from what I understand, you weren't part of that match, that segment. How did you end up out there in the middle of the ring during this match?
I just got done with my match. I was blown up, took the heat, did the shit. Then I get a whisper by somebody, hey, something, it's not right. I might need you to go out there and check a scenario. This guy's going to do a spot. I'm like, when does the spot happen? Oh, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Well, you want to let me know, but like, you're not telling me when the...
So they kind of figured that Roger was going to do something crazy. So they told him to be on standby pretty much, which is weird to me. If you think that this kid is going to do something crazy, you tell him don't get in the ring then. Change your plans. So there's a lot of things that's going to get unpacked here.
cue is, when is the spot supposed to happen. You're just gonna let me know just in case, right? So I'm stuck waiting for this cue. I walk out to somebody with the radio. I said, hey, talk to the back. When do you guys want me to go? What's happening? I was informed about the beer can incident. Actually, shortly before that, they told me that they, made up, shook hands, hugged it out multiple times. So it was going to be fine, but they just want to make sure.
They said it was going to be fine, but they just want to make sure. So he's confused about the whole thing. Okay, they had a little altercation, but it was squashed, but be on standby? What?
To the person out front with the radio. I walk back to the ring. I see the slam. I see the first punch, second punch. And by then I'm at people in front of me and I just start moving. I kind of wish I would have just sprung on like the slam. So that's where I'm at. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than you watch somebody you care about. He's a veteran. He's me. And these are people who are supposed to love him. And I'm the only one on the outskirts to be told to watch this, apparently. And then I'm in there and I'm battling, I'm doing whatever, trying to work this. And I'm telling the guy to calm down. And now he's trying to fight me.
This dude was crashing out. And that's what he said, right? I'm going to show you a crash out. They were calling him a fake crash out. He was a word. I'm going to show you I'm a real crash out. Is that not nigga logic? I remember when I had a sports prediction 101 on my panel. And I said something. He said, man, stop talking like you from the trap. Stop talking. I said, nigga, I'm not from the trap. I come from a 2-parent household. I'm not a street nigga. That is not to be celebrated. But I'm sorry, you from Baltimore. With Trump about to send the goddamn National Guard in there and drop a bomb on y'all dumb niggas. From crashing out, stupid. Dummy. This idiot is getting rage baited on his own goddamn live stream. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a crash out. Yeah, exactly. Now look. Who did you show? Some nigga that don't show their face. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, sorry. Todd French in that super chat salute. He says, that's a wild situation. I used to be a pro wrestler. I didn't know that. Salute. He says, some matches can get stiff, but not like that. You give receipts all the time. He's not trained as well. Exactly. Exactly. So there was a dude with a cowboy hat on told him about getting a receipt, but he was talking in a language that Roger did not understand. But the professionals should have understood that. And what this guy is saying is that he believes that they did. And that's why he's saying those cats were really not his friend. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. They go back to it.
It's all fucked, just.
So them telling you to watch this and get involved, if this was supposed to be an angle, it kind of doesn't make any sense because you have nothing to do with their storyline or whatever. It seems like they kind of wanted you there just because you're the only one who can shoot, which in wrestling means for real fight, right?
It felt like it, like how you'd use a dog. Like, hey, we'll send our bitch to go do this.
But the fact that they told you to watch out and, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile that you knew had issues.
So real quick.
See, that's the problem. They brought somebody in I just said that. They brought somebody in that they knew was unstable. Now, this is the part I was talking about. We go here. This right here.
That's the friend of Raja who brought him to the event.
That's the small calf, small ass chicken legs bitch with the cowboy hat.
So this fight, whatever you want to call it, Raja Jackson.
Attempted murder.
Right. This attempted murder. He landed
that?
like 20 something punches on him.
23.
23 punches on him.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Attempted murder. Now, hold on, I'm sorry. Now, let me explain something to you. When I say in combat sports, when you pop dirty, to me it's attempted murder. People look at me and say, hey, man, that's a little over the top. No, it's not, man. The person that booked this kid, for whatever reason, knowing that he's unstable, should he be reprimanded? Now, he said attempted murder and no one's batting an eye. Exactly, Brooklyn-born. I need y'all to understand something. This is where the racial part comes in. All of those guys sitting on that couch are white. The man he assaulted is not only white, but he's a military veteran. There's a backstory on him too. Military veteran. Okay? When he goes to court, it's over. It's over. It's over. Okay? It's over for him. And hold on, I gotta call an Uber for somebody. I'm sorry, hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry, hold on. One second, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh boy, just when I did it. Just when I did it. Just when I did it. I'm calling someone an Uber, and then they text me. Calling someone an Uber, and just when I'm calling a damn Uber, they let me make sure I canceled this bitch. This shit was kind of about to drop $50. Sure. Anyway, all right. So, as I was saying, yeah, white vet with PTSD in Trump's America, it's over for him. It's over for him. It's over for him. He's done. Ringside Report allows has been charged. No, I haven't seen anything yet. But he's finished. He's finished, and I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't care how anyone takes it, whether you're a Rampage or Raja enabler, because at this point you're an enabler. If you're a fan of the kid, you're an enabler. I don't know what he's done for you to be a fan of him, other than him being an asshole along with his stupid ass dad online. Look at what he's raised. Listen, man. Jail might be the best place for him. I said the same thing about Mike Tyson when he got locked up. Was he locked up on some bullshit? Yes. That chick lied on Mike. Let me be clear. That chick lied. Capital L, lied on that man. But you know what? You know what? Jail was the best thing to happen to Mike Tyson, bro. That gave him time to reflect and sit down. What is the purpose of prison? Do y'all know? Of course, it's punishment, but what do they say prison's supposed to do? To reform and rehabilitate. Rehab. Go sit down. You did a crime, now you got to do the time. Go sit down. They provide counseling in therapy. Right? They provide counseling in therapy. I mean, in prison. You go talk to people and you get to talk about what you did and why you do it. You know what I'm saying? Why you do it. Yeah, Mark, it absolutely saved his life. Because you know what? If Mike Tyson gets away from that situation, because I don't think he did. Now I know, Anthony, not all prison. I'm just saying what prison is supposed to be about. Village Brothers, salute. What prison is supposed to be. Oh yeah, Anthony. Okay, so you should know what it's supposed to be is a reform and rehabilitate. Some motherfuckers go away and they come out better criminals. So I understand that. But what it's supposed to be. The other part is you supposed when you're going to sit down like, man, the brother just here, he said he did 15 years. You had a lot of time to think about what you did, right? And when you got out, did you do it again? Well, don't drop no dimes on yourself. But I'm willing to bet that I doubt that you did it again. Whatever you did that they say you did, right? When you had 15 years to think about it. And as soon as you got out, I bet you said, I ain't never doing that shit again. You probably said that as soon as you sitting in the back of the sector car. Damn. How'd I get here? I got up this morning and it's premeditated shit. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So Roger might have to get away from his dad. Get away from, you know what, man? David Scott, salute. You know what, man? All of these dudes, he's too immature. He crashing out online. They're investigating, okay. The first thing a therapist is going to tell this kid to do is, man, first thing you do is close your goddamn account, man. Get off, if these dudes could egg you on to do something like this, if you're that mentally weak, you got to get offline, man. That's the first thing you do. Second thing I need is tell me more about the relationship between you and your dad. And there will be the problem. All you have to do, all the therapist will have to do is look at what his father is, look at his channel, look at how he talks to his son, and if you missed it, look at this.
Rogers and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If he go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
If that isn't the most dysfunctional fucking thing, I wouldn't even play like that. He wasn't smiling. He didn't say, oh man, I'm just fucking around. He didn't say that. His Japanese kids got college money. His black kids got bail money. And when I get on here and talk about the dysfunction in the black community and the code, y'all think I'm overdoing it. You see? Sins of the father. This is what he raised. And now look, his son might be going to prison. I don't know how much money this dude's touched in his career, but imagine paying a strong 6 figures for bail money and court dates and all. I mean, come on, bro. Where is his mother? Now I'm curious. Did he have custody? Because in this instance, all these women today can say, this is why I don't want my son with my baby daddy. Because you procreated with a nigga like this. What I talk about when I say counting blessings. Quentin Jackson is blessed. Made a lot of money. He did the 18 movie. He was B.A. Baracus. Been on TV. Talented fighter. But it's crazy. The mother passed away. I didn't know that. That's crazy. This is ridiculous. I want you to understand, this dude did this to his son, man. He did this. Sins of the father. When you look at Teofimo Lopez, where do you think he gets this behavior from? Look at his dad. Look at it. His dad got his ass kicked with Keyshawn Davis when they dropped the N-bomb during the spar session. Nah, get out the ring, T.O. This is why we don't spar niggas. Yo, watch your mouth. And he said it again, and it kicked his ass. You gotta be kidding me. Quentin Jackson needed counseling a long time ago. A long time ago. You don't believe me? Look at his son. You don't make your boys tough by insulting them. You don't make their skin thick like that. They get angry. They have outbursts in schools. And if it's not rectified as an adult like this kid is, Roger, he's a grown adolescent. Now he's slamming dudes on their head and fracturing their face and knocking their teeth, and he's choking on blood. Listen to what he had to say when he was walking away from the situation after he done committed the damn crime.
I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
A few moments later.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell you at? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up. But now they can't wake the nigga up.
Hey, Quentin, what you think about your son now? You know what Quentin's gonna say? Well, he grown, he makes his own decisions. No, nigga, you did this. He's trying to be an MMA fighter. He needs your approval, bro. He needs your approval. You get on Joe Rogan and you start talking about how you had to put your son in the guillotine choke. What the fuck was going on in the house that you gotta be kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me, man. What I need y'all to understand is that Roger's crash out is proof of Quentin Jackson's failure as a father. Do y'all remember the Gladiator movie, the first one? The first one. You remember when the king when he was dying, he told his ungrateful brat son? He said, what did he say? What was the line? he wanted Maximus to take over as king. And he was like, well, I'm the prince. What are you talking about? And he said something about your lack of something. Basically, he was saying, your demeanor and your lack of leadership is my failure as a king. In other words, he took accountability. Man, I raised you wrong all these years. You just want to be king because it's just a title, but you don't know how to be a king. Maximus knows how to be. He's a warrior, but he understands politics. He's more suitable as a king. So I'm giving it to him. But you being unsuitable is my failure as a father. And what did he do? He killed his father. That's the first Gladiator movie. I was sitting in there in the theater like, damn, that's deep. He said something like, I don't remember the exact line, but he said, you not being suitable for the throne is my failure as a king. That was crazy. Does this meme make sense now? Does the title of the show make sense now? Sins of the Father, Rampage edition, monkey see, monkey do. Rampage, this is your fucking fault. What, y'all thought I was gonna be just on here talking, oh man, he said that about Devin, so I don't like him. No, I'm over that. I knew when he did that, and when that man said, hey, I think Devin is suing because he said, I don't give a fuck. I said, oh, he's ignorant. Oh, he's ignorant. And I just hit the brother up in good faith. Say, yo, look, man, Quentin, you need to, you might want to back off of this because maybe you didn't know. And then he snapped at me. Maybe he was getting, his DMs must have been flooded. I know Focus Ball hit him up and everything else. And maybe people were not so nice about it. I don't know. I think Town Biz hit him up and they weren't nice about it. Me, I was just like, hey, man, look. Then he says, oh, well, if I say I fuck with him, and he said that should tell that should let you know that I didn't know. All right, well, now you know, brother. Now you know. Then he went on to start calling me all kinds of what? Faggots. Oh, terrific. And I'm a stranger. I said, well, I'm trying to help. Well, you know what? Fuck you. And I hope Rashad knocks your fucking head off. Like he beat you before. Hoe ass. And that was the end of that. Well, if he talked to me like that, what makes you think he don't talk to his son like that? You heard it. Man, you got beat up by a bunch of guys in underwear? That's what he said. Why are you egging your son on? Let's listen to what these fellas had to say.
You pull him off, and then he tried to go at you. So was he trying to continue beating him even further?
I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out and all this.
Uh-oh. I just said that.
Shit that AJ gassed up into his head, because let me put it this way. I don't like Raja. I think Raja's a shit person for what he did. But I think AJ's a bigger shit person for gassing him up to be in that fucking ring, to leading him to ruin his own fucking life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. You can't fucking tell me that's not, I don't believe in coincidence.
He was basically trying to put the blood on someone else's hands.
Exactly, because he's not going to do it himself.
Oh.
The few little backyard fights he fucking got in where he got beat the fuck up. And then you got somebody that's a real fighter, trained by somebody that's one of the greatest of all time. And then you had him do your dirty work. He ruined two people's lives. So,
oh my God. So there's some personal shit going on. The guy in the cowboy hat took advantage of the situation because he didn't like Stu. And this kid who's not in control of his own emotions, who got father issues, and he gave Quentin his props. He says he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I wouldn't even go that far, but whatever. Popular, yes. Greatest of all time? No. One of them? No. He's just celebrated. You see? They understand exactly what happened. And you know what? You reap what you sow. So here's what I don't want. How this is going to be handled, right? I don't know why. I don't know why people call me when they know I'm live. I'll never understand that. But whatever. What I don't want from you knuckle draggers, this is not a race thing. I'm going to say it one more time. This is not a race thing. I'm going to say it again. This is not a race thing. But when he sits his ass down in that court, there's gonna be somebody there, and I'm pretty certain of it. There's gonna be somebody there. At the end of the day, Stu is a military veteran. He had PTSD himself. Wrestling is his outlet. He does this for a living. They're gonna consider that. And you see that look on his face right there? And all that evidence that he put out on himself. Remember what I said, man? You niggas talk on this internet too goddamn much. Everything, go look at these other channels, all the receipts they dug up. They're like, wait a minute, this kid got problems. Here's the proof. Everybody's talking about this. I think he's cooked. He's going to jail. I'll be shocked if he doesn't. Am I hoping he goes to jail? Look, here's what I'm going to say. I hope he gets the help he needs. If the help he needs is in prison, he needs to be there. Because you know who's not going to help him? This dumb nigga on the left, his dad. Because this is his fault. He's unstable himself. How is he supposed to recognize unstable? He raised this kid. Dummy. If you tell me, hey, my dad sold drugs and my mama was a whore and I watched my daddy sell my mama crack, something that Floyd Mayweather Jr. said. Now look, he's blessed beyond, right? But his ass need therapy too. I didn't like it when him and his father got to cussing and screaming like that. And all I said, and that was on 24/7 on HBO. Everyone got mad. Oh, outrageous. She's talking to the dad. I said, yeah, I ain't see Roger. See, this was before the internet. This was before I was online. I went to work the next day. Oh, that's disgusting, whatever. I said, yeah, I ain't see Roger sitting there with his arms folded. What does that mean? I said, that means it's just another day at the office. This is just the first time it was documented. Those motherfuckers fight like that all the time. That's normal for them. That's just the first time y'all saw it. Now to us, it was like, oh my God, I would never. To them, it's everybody in that gym. They was like, oh, here they go again. Floyd Sr. will be back in the gym tomorrow. And he'll be hitting past with Roger like nothing happened. And what happened? Nothing. This is that. Thing is, everything that this dumb nigga Quentin said is documented. You cats talk too damn much. Not everything is for the world to hear. Todd French in that super chat, he says, also it's equally as hard when you don't see it coming. Give your body up for certain move, especially when certain bumps. Yeah, I did. Yeah, they did it too. They did him in. Yes. Jermaine Jubilee, who'll be in the chat. He's also a wrestler. I really want to know his thoughts on this. This was bad to watch, bro. I've been watching wrestling for years. When he dropped him, he was unconscious. I was like, oh, shit. And I got it unedited. But something tell me now, don't play this on YouTube. Because now it's turned into a thing where I think he could have died. It's an assault. And YouTube is real, like, you know. But I have it unedited. And I can't wait till they play this in the court. I want to hear about it.
Rogers and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Japa nigga is crazy. He said Japa nig, right? You heard that? Oh man, Todd, yeah, I'm about to pack it up, man. I'm so sorry, brother. I should have opened up the panel, right? Damn. And I want to get out 78's way, man, because he's gonna cook. I mean, I'm sorry, brother. Y'all want me to talk about this tomorrow? Y'all want me to talk about this tomorrow? I could pick this up tomorrow too. Let me know. Y'all want me to talk about this tomorrow? Because this is sad, bro. This is sad. We could talk about this tomorrow, and I could because it's deeper than this situation. This right here is a direct reflection. All right, I'll talk about this tomorrow too. This is a direct reflection of a problem within our community as Black people. So here's what I'll do. I'll pick this up tomorrow. Same topic, and I'll open up the panel. Y'all guys are welcome to come on, and yeah, we need to talk about this. And the brothers on the couch, they had a lot to say about this, man. This is not a race thing. Please don't. Where y'all have to worry about it being a race thing is when he's being judged on his peers. Because y'all know how that go. But I'm saying, no one told this dumbass motherfucker to get in and do that shit. You done fractured his face up and knocked teeth out. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, daddy's what's wrong with you. So these chickens are so hopeless. That KFC so it's coming back to roost, isn't it, man? Hey. So we're going to do part 2 tomorrow. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow, man. The general just went live, man. Let me get out the general's way because I want to hear what he got to say about boots and $12,000 a month. And oh my God. I mean, this is crazy work, man. But we're going to go over to the general. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. I'm going to open up the panel early too. I want to hear what everyone has to say, man. Man, salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, Super Chat, man. Black men, please stay in your boys' lives. Even if you can't see them physically, there's too much technology for you not to see them, man. We got FaceTime and they got basic phone calls. You just hit the video button, you can see them, you know. And how you crack that whip is essential. And these kids soak up everything you do, even when you're not looking, man. I remember my dad used to shave in the morning, getting ready for work. I used to go in the bathroom and put the shaving cream on my face, and he'd give me a shaver with no blade in it. And my mother used to be dying laughing. But I wanted to be my dad. I watched him, and to this day, my mother laughs because I walk like him. I sound like him on the phone. It's just, but my dad, there's a special place in heaven for him. You understand? I don't need his approval. I already got it. How I've seen Quentin talk to his fucking son. It's horrible. And ladies, you need to stop reproducing with niggas like this. Because he needs help. Let me finish that statement. You don't reproduce with niggas like this because he needs help. Recognize when a nigga need to go sit in front of a therapist and air out his life. I don't care if he look good to you. Man, salute to y'all, man. Bronx on deck. We're going to pick this up tomorrow.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.